There is a moral obligation for all the nations of the world that support Israel to unite and create one army, one unity, one mechanism, whose sole and main purpose is the destruction of all terrorist mechanisms. The destruction of those who support terrorism, particularly Arab terrorists, is a moral obligation. All the nations of the world together must act in unity and form a global coalition to completely destroy every trace, nucleus, and root of Arab terrorists. This is a tri-continental national unity that must be achieved. Israel must call for global unity in the war against Arab terrorists. France, Great Britain, Australia, America, and all countries that support the destruction of all terrorist mechanisms that Arabs operate, create, and live by have a moral obligation. The destruction of all terrorist nuclei is an obligation according to reality. Therefore, a global coalition of all the armies of the world that support the State of Israel in the land of Israel, the Jewish people, must be formed to cause the complete destruction of all terrorists. It's time for the nations of the world to truly recognize that unity and a tri-continental global coalition of armies are necessary to fight and completely destroy Iran, as well as addressing the situation in Gaza and Lebanon. All nations that support Israel should fight Arab terrorists to the core until the end. As Winston Churchill once said, an appeaser is one who feeds a crocodile, hoping it will eat him last. This highlights the importance of not supporting or appeasing terrorist ideologies, as it only delays the inevitable threat to peace and security. Martin Luther King Jr. emphasized, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Supporting or ignoring terrorism is an injustice that endangers global justice and peace. Nelson Mandela stated, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Educating ourselves and standing united against terrorism and hate is crucial for global peace. We must remember that the fight against terrorism and hate is not just a local issue, but a global one. The unity of nations in this fight is essential for the security and well-being of all. Therefore, it is our moral duty not to support views that promote division, hatred, and violence. Instead, we must strive for a world united against terrorism, dedicated to justice, and committed to peace. No one is allowed to be afraid of those people who support the destruction of Israel. No one in the world is allowed to give them the right hand, because supposedly they are right, and we are not right. The war here is in faith. The war here is between the darkness and the light. The war here is between the righteous and what is right to do. The Arab terrorists on the planet, and only through global unity, a tri-continental global coalition, this is the only solution to completely destroy this thing called Iran and the terrorists and all the people who support them as one. We are marching towards a new place, a new world, a new way. Global unity practically obliges all of us and all the leaders of the world to act in one unity to destroy to the core any connection and anything connected to Arab terrorists. And only then, in those moments that there will be global unity, in that unity, it will be the coalition that will destroy the Arab terrorists on all the continents, the general unity of all the largest countries in the world. The vast economies of the world need to be united. They need to be explained to them, and they need to be guided and given a completely clear direction that the destruction of Arab terrorists and all their nuclei, their supporters, is a global moral obligation. We are marching towards a new world that will be built solely on the ruins of the old world, which still does not understand how conscientiously and morally obligated it is to completely destroy all the Arab terrorist mechanisms in the world, and this means the complete elimination of Iran. This means the complete elimination of all the supporters of terrorism and their puppies. There is no escape from such a thing, and only if there will be a global coalition, only then, and at that moment, then there will be success, the destruction of all the Arab terrorists in the world. This is a divine moral duty. There is a necessity for a reality-based process. Anyone who thinks this will not happen is like an ostrich burying its head in the sand, avoiding the truth. The world must not fear terrorists. Instead, they need to stand up, unite, and declare a new era. This new era involves the destruction of the old and the onset of a great war against Arab terrorists.